It's Bruce from the Fittest Fat Kid You Know and the Fails, Falls, and F-Ups podcast. Today, I'm here with my friend, Michael Matsuda, at his Martial Arts History Museum, and we're here to talk about several of the initiatives he has and the hopes of moving this museum to a bigger and better location. So, Mike.
Thank you, Bruce.
No problem. Tell me, what are we doing? What are you trying to do with your museum?
Well, we're trying to raise $5 million. You know, the reason why we're trying to raise $5 million is to relocate to a bigger facility. You know, right now we have a small facility here in the city of Burbank, and this is our 23rd year, by the way. And we bring in only a small amount of kids, and we can only bring in about 30 kids at a time. We need to be able to open our doors to more kids, and most schools require about 90 kids to bring a school bus, which we cannot fit in here. So that's one of the reasons that we need a new location. We're trying to get a new location, hopefully in the city of Glendale, and that way we can open the doors to a lot of school children that can come and visit the museum. You know, the beauty of the museum, it talks about not only martial arts history, which is fantastic, but we also talk about Asian culture and history and music and the positive influence of the Asian American community. And by bringing school kids here at the museum, they can learn all about different cultures. And we feel by education we can combat racism and prejudice that way. So that's why we kind of open the doors for here at the museum. And that's why we need to have a bigger place to make a bigger influence. Because right now we're going through so much Asian hate and a lot of stuff is happening right now in society. And we think what better way that we can make an impact on the next generation by providing a positive look at the Asian American community. So that's one of the main reasons we need a bigger building to expand to get the kids in.
Now, aside from just having the museum, you do a lot of community outreach. You do a lot of, well, let's call it, humanitarian efforts.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that.
You know, I think having a museum is fantastic. You know, we provide culture, we provide history, we provide all that. But I think one of the important branches of the museum is our humanitarian efforts. We need to be part of the community. We need to be not just a facility where people learn about martial arts, but we need to extend that out where we're making a difference. And we do that in a variety of different ways. One of the ways is uniforms. You know, some people can't afford uniforms. And I think it's important for people's self-esteem, especially when they go to a YMCA class or a park class, whatever class they go to, it's important if they can't afford one, that's an issue. And I think we have been gathering uniforms, both new and used, and distributing it to people who cannot afford them. And I think that's an important part of being part of the community.
Also, it would help them be more connected to the art that they're pursuing.
Exactly. You know, all these things play a role in people's self-esteem. They really do, and they make a difference in society. And I think if we can do something that simple as providing uniforms, I think that will make a big difference.
What are your other efforts?
We also do a lot of classes. Because of COVID, people have lost their jobs. And because of new technology, people's jobs have been eliminated, So we provide opportunities for people for employment, to learn different ways.
Skills for employment.
Right, learn different skills, exactly. So we do classes periodically on photography, so how to learn to be a photographer. We do classes on how to make money on YouTube, because YouTube is a whole new area, social media. So people can learn how to do that. We do some classes on that. We do seminars and workshops on how to use a computer a little bit, because, most people think they can all use a computer, but, social media is making a big difference. So to learn a little bit more about social media, we provide that here as well. We do classes on, women's empowerment. We do that as well. But different things for people to learn too. School management, if they're running a martial arts school, here's how to manage, here's how to make money and help your school, get better. Especially right now, because of COVID, we lost so many schools. And I think it's important that we provide classes, school management classes, to restart those schools, hopefully, and to make money. to survive.
And those skills would also be applicable to actual just general management to other industries as well, wouldn't they?
Exactly. And right now, because of society, a lot of things are happening. There's a lot of racism, a lot of stuff out there right now. And I think it's important that we have this anti-bullying classes. People are being picked on because of who they are, what they look like, which is horrible. And social media has added to that as well. So we think it's important we combat it in two ways, education-wise and then self-defense as well. So we provide those, and we're having a workshop coming up to learn how to protect yourself.
Anti-bullying.
Right, an anti-bullying workshop. So we're providing that here at the museum, and we're also doing we had an anti-Asian hate day here at the museum, where we talked about Asian hate, and we gave away 1,000 finger stun guns to the community. So by doing things like that, I think it's important that we have those outreaches, that we be an essential part of the community, not just a museum, but be a functioning place that people can come to on a regular basis and learn about, different things. We do, again, women's empowerment, we do self-confidence classes, all these things to help us have a better life. I think that's very important that we do that.
And so what can the average person do to help out? What are you hoping for?
We need the bigger place to, again, not only bring more kids here, but we need the bigger place to help us expand our humanitarian efforts. By having the bigger place, we can have lectures there, we can have health classes on type 2 diabetes, we can talk about child obesity, we can talk about different things, CPR classes, a lot of things that we can't do here, we can do at the new location. That's why we're asking for everybody's support. We need to raise at least $5 million to not only go to a new location, but to help us extend our humanitarian efforts. So please join us at mamuseum.com, or you can call us at 818-478-1722 and be part of history. Let's make a difference together and raise $5 million for the Martial Arts History Museum.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bruce.